At dinner, my daughter asked, "Why does mommy kiss Uncle Mike when you're at work?" My wife froze. I said, "Answer her, mommy." She stayed silent. I took our daughter and left for my parents' house, then called my lawyer. Original post: I, 35 male, am sitting at my parents' house right now, my daughter, 6, asleep in my old bedroom, trying to process what just happened 3 hours ago. We were having dinner. Normal Tuesday night. I'd made spaghetti because that's my daughter's favorite. My wife, 33, was on her phone, which isn't unusual lately. My daughter was telling us about her day at school, something about finger painting in recess. Then she said it, just casually, between bites of garlic bread. "Daddy, why does mommy kiss Uncle Mike when you're at work?" The room went silent, like, dead silent. I could hear the kitchen clock ticking. My wife's fork clattered onto her plate. Her face went completely white. I put my own fork down slowly. Looked at my daughter. "What do you mean, sweetie?" "Uncle Mike comes over sometimes when you're at work. They kiss on the couch, like you and mommy used to kiss before." My daughter said this with zero awareness of what she'd just dropped, just innocent kid observation. I looked at my wife. She was staring at her plate, frozen. "Answer her," I said. Calm voice. Dead calm. "Answer your daughter, mommy." Nothing. She wouldn't look up. "Mommy?" My daughter looked confused now. "Did I say something wrong?" "No, baby, you didn't." I stood up. "Go get your favorite stuffed animal and your tablet. We're going to Grandma and Grandpa's house." "Right now?" "But I haven't finished dinner. We'll get ice cream on the way. Go pack your backpack with some clothes too, like we're having a sleepover." My daughter got excited and ran upstairs. Kids are resilient like that. My wife finally looked up. Her eyes were watering. "Please, let me explain." "Don't." I held up my hand. "Not in front of our daughter, not right now." "It's not what you think. Our 6-year-old daughter just told me she's seen you kissing another man in our house while I'm at work." "What part am I misunderstanding?" She started crying. "Please, we need to talk about this. You had 6 months, a year, however long this has been going on to talk about this. You chose not to." My daughter came back down with her stuffed bear and a backpack. "Ready, Daddy?" I took her hand. "Let's go." My wife stood up. "You can't just take her. Watch me." I kept my voice level. "For my daughter, I'm taking her to my parents' house where I know she's safe. If you want to stop me, call the cops. Explain to them why." She didn't move, just stood there crying. I buckled my daughter into her car seat, drove to my parents' house in silence while she played on her tablet. Mom and Dad took one look at my face and immediately set up my old room without questions. Once my daughter was settled and watching cartoons with my mom, I went to my dad's office and called a lawyer my buddy recommended last year when he went through his divorce. Left a voicemail. "It's 10 p.m. now. He'll call back tomorrow." My phone's been blowing up. My wife has called 18 times. Texted maybe 30 times. I haven't opened any of them. Haven't blocked her either. My lawyer will probably want to see everything. Here's what I know. Uncle Mike is my wife's friend from her book club. Nice guy, or so I thought. He's been to our house for dinner parties. I've had beers with him. His wife left him 8 months ago. Yeah. That timeline's not suspicious at all. I don't know what happens next. I don't know if I'm overreacting by leaving immediately. But the image of my daughter casually mentioning watching her mom kiss another man in our house, in front of her, while I'm out working to provide for this family, I can't get it out of my head. I'm not angry. Not yet. That'll come later, I think. Right now I just feel hollow. Like someone scooped out my insides and left me walking around empty. My daughter asked me before bed why mommy wasn't here. I told her mommy and daddy needed some space to work on grown-up things. She seemed okay with that answer. Lawyer calls tomorrow. Then, I guess we'll see. Update 1. 3 days later, the lawyer called back Wednesday morning. Her name is Sharp, all business, no nonsense. I liked her immediately. First thing she said, "Do not go back to that house without discussing it with me first. Do not have any conversations with your wife without documenting them. Record if your state allows it." Mine does, so I've been recording every call. My wife has called 63 times over the past 3 days. I've answered exactly twice, both times recording on my dad's old voice recorder from his reporter days. Call 1, Wednesday night. "Her, please come home. We need to talk about this like adults." "Did you sleep with him?" "It's complicated, yes or no. Simple question." Yes, but it wasn't. Sent the recording to my lawyer. Call 2, Thursday afternoon. You're being unreasonable. You just left without even hearing my side. Me, what side? Our daughter watched you, in our house. Do you understand how messed up that is? She's 6. She doesn't understand what she saw. She understood enough to ask about it at dinner. How many times did this happen? How many times was our daughter home? That's not fair. Answer the question. I don't know, a few times she was supposed to be napping. Supposed to be. Cool, real responsible parenting there. Don't you dare judge me, you're never home. You work 60 hours a week. To pay our mortgage, to pay for her private school, to pay for the life you wanted. And I'm alone all the time. You don't even see me anymore. So you brought your boyfriend around our daughter. That was your solution. He's not my boyfriend, it was just comfort. I was lonely. I'm done with this conversation. All communication goes through my lawyer moving forward. Click. My lawyer loved that one. Said my wife basically admitted to adultery and exposed our child to her affair partner. 2 things that'll matter in custody discussions. But here's where it gets messy. Thursday night, my wife showed up at my parents' house. My mom answered the door. My daughter was upstairs asleep. I heard the commotion and came down. My wife looked terrible. Hadn't showered, hair a mess, still wearing the same clothes from Tuesday. Wife, I need to see my daughter. Maybe you should come back tomorrow when... I need to see my daughter now. That's my child. Me, lower your voice, she's sleeping. Turning on me. You can't keep her from me. I'm her mother. I'm not keeping her from you. You can see her tomorrow. Call first. No, I want her now. We're going home. My dad appeared from the kitchen, former Marine, still built like one, just stood there with his arms crossed. Dad? Young lady, you need to leave. Come back tomorrow at a reasonable hour. Wife, this is your fault. You poisoned her against me. What did you tell her? Me, I told her mommy and daddy needed space. That's it. Liar. She probably thinks I'm a bad mom now. Me, you had your affair partner around our 6-year-old daughter. Multiple times. You did that, not me. Wife, don't call him that. His name is Mike and he cares about me. Something you stopped doing years ago. That's when my daughter appeared at the top of the stairs, rubbing her eyes. Why is everyone yelling? My wife tried to push past me. I blocked her. You need to calm down first. Wife, get out of my way. That's my baby. My daughter started crying. My mom went up and scooped her up. Me, look what you just did. This is exactly why you can't see her right now. You're not in control. My wife broke down, full sobbing, collapsed onto the front porch. Dad, son, call the police. Document this. I did. Cops came 20 minutes later. By then, my wife was sitting in her car in the driveway, refusing to leave. The officers were actually pretty understanding when I explained the situation. Officer, ma'am, your husband's not denying you access. He's asking you to come back tomorrow when everyone's calmer. That's reasonable. He stole my daughter. Did he take her out of state? No, but is there a custody order saying he can't have her? We're still married. Then you both have equal custody rights? He can have her at his parents' house? You need to leave and sort this out through proper channels. She finally left, but not before screaming that I'd regret this. Friday morning, my lawyer filed for emergency temporary custody and for me to remain in the family home. Grounds: mother's affair, exposure of minor child to affair partner, unstable behavior documented by police report. Friday afternoon, I got served papers from her lawyer. She filed first thing Friday morning, hours before my filing, requesting primary custody, the house, and spousal support. Her grounds: abandonment, alienation of affection, emotional abuse. I literally laughed when I read it. My lawyer did not. Lawyer, this is gonna get ugly. She's going scorched earth. Over an affair she had? Doesn't matter. She'll argue you isolating her, working too much, neglecting the marriage. Judges have seen it work before. But our daughter literally witnessed. 6-year-olds don't testify, and her lawyer will argue the child's confused or you coached her. That's insane. Welcome to family court. Here's where we stand. Temporary custody hearing is in 2 weeks. Until then, my wife gets supervised visits at my parents' house. She's losing her mind over it, but her lawyer advised her to comply. First visit is tomorrow. My mom's supervising. I'm staying upstairs because my lawyer said any interaction could be twisted. My daughter keeps asking when we're going home. I don't know what to tell her. Our home is a place where her mom betrayed us, where her mom brought another man around her. I don't know if I can ever walk into that house again without seeing it. Work's been understanding. I took the rest of this week off. But I can't hide at my parents' forever. Eventually, I need to figure out living arrangements. The texts from my wife have gotten weird. One minute she's apologizing, next minute she's blaming me. Then she's begging, then threatening. Sample from this morning. I made a mistake, but you're destroying our family over it. Think about our daughter. She needs her mother. My response, per my lawyer's advice, our daughter can see you during supervised visits. I'm thinking about her. Her, this is abuse. You're punishing me. Me, I'm protecting our daughter. From what? From her own mother? Me, from instability. She didn't respond after that. My daughter's doing okay, all things considered. Kids are weirdly adaptable. She misses her mom, but she's not traumatized or anything, yet. I'm hoping to keep it that way. My brother came by yesterday. Gave me a hug. Didn't say much, just sat with me while I stared at the wall for an hour. Sometimes that's what you need. Court in 2 weeks. My lawyer says be prepared for anything. My wife's lawyer is apparently known for playing dirty. Great. Update 2. 2 weeks later, court was yesterday. I need to write this out while it's fresh because I'm still processing. The supervised visits at my parents' went poorly. 3 visits total. First one was fine. My daughter was happy to see her mom. They played with dolls. My mom said everything was appropriate. Second visit, my wife tried to quiz my daughter. Asked her if daddy said bad things about mommy. If daddy was being mean. My 6-year-old looked confused and said no. My mom shut that down immediately. Third visit, my wife brought gifts, like excessive gifts. 3 new dolls, an expensive art set, a tablet, even though my daughter already has one. My mom said it felt like she was trying to buy affection. But that's not even the worst part. Last Friday, I had to go back to the house to get some work clothes and important documents. My lawyer cleared it, told me to bring someone as a witness. I brought my brother. The house was trashed, not like Rob trashed, like someone had a breakdown. Dishes piled in the sink, laundry everywhere. But specifically, my stuff was destroyed. My home office looked like a tornado hit it. Papers everywhere. My laptop screen was cracked. Wedding photos were face down or thrown in corners. Brother, holy shit. Did she? Yeah. Called my lawyer immediately. She told me to document everything with photos and video. Don't touch anything. Don't clean anything. Just get what I came for and leave. Found a journal on the kitchen counter. My wife's. It was open to a page dated 3 days ago. I know I shouldn't have read it, but I did. It said, he's trying to take everything from me. My daughter, my home, my life. Mike says I should fight harder. Mike says men like him always think they're right. Mike doesn't understand. I can't lose her. I won't lose her. Took a photo of that too. Here's the thing about Mike. This dude has been more present in this situation than I expected. According to my wife's sister, who called me to apologize for her sister's behavior, Mike has been staying at the house, helping my wife cope, telling her she's the victim. Sister-in-law, look, I love my sister, but she's screwed up, and this guy, he's not good for her. He's in her ear constantly. She's not thinking straight. Is he still around my daughter during visits? No, your mom made it clear he's not welcome, but he's definitely influencing her legal strategy. How so? Sister-in-law, he keeps telling her she'll get primary custody because courts favor mothers, that you'll have to pay for everything because you make more money, that she just needs to play the victim better. Cool. So my wife's affair partner is coaching her through our divorce. That's not messed up at all. Court yesterday. Both lawyers present. Judge looked tired, like he'd seen this exact situation 1,000 times. My wife showed up looking completely different from the last time I saw her. Professional clothes, hair done, makeup perfect, the performance of a lifetime. Her lawyer went first, painted me as an absent workaholic who neglected his family, said my wife felt isolated and unloved. That yes, she made a mistake, but it was a symptom of a dying marriage that I caused. Said I kidnapped our daughter in a fit of rage and have been alienating her from her mother ever since. My lawyer's turn, presented the recordings, the police report from my wife's breakdown at my parents' house, photos of my destroyed office, my wife's journal entry, character statements from my parents and my brother. Then came the custody evaluator's report. We'd both been evaluated the week prior. I spent 3 hours answering questions about my parenting style, my relationship with my daughter, my work schedule. The evaluator's recommendation: shared custody with me as primary residential parent. My wife gets weekends and 1 weekday evening. Reasoning: stability. My daughter's current living situation, my parents' house, is stable. My wife's current living situation, the marital home with her affair partner periodically present, is not. My wife's face when the judge read that recommendation was something I'll never forget. Pure shock. Like she genuinely believed she'd automatically get primary custody because she's the mom. Her lawyer objected, said the evaluation was biased, that I'd clearly manipulated the evaluator. The judge shut that down fast. Counselor, your client admitted to the affair? Her behavior following the separation has been documented as unstable. The child's welfare is paramount here. Wife's lawyer, Your Honor, mothers have historically. This isn't the 1950s. I follow the best interest of the child standard. Right now, that's with the father. He granted temporary primary custody to me. My wife gets supervised weekend visits for the next month, then we reevaluate. I get to return to the marital home. She has 2 weeks to find alternative housing. My wife stood up and started yelling, called the judge biased, called me manipulative. Her lawyer had to physically stop her from approaching the bench. Judge, ma'am, one more outburst and you'll be in contempt. Sit down. Outside the courthouse, my wife tried to confront me. Her lawyer was pulling her away, but she broke free. Wife, you did this. You turned everyone against me. Me, I documented what happened. That's all. You're going to keep my daughter from me. No, the court decided you get supervised visits. Follow the order and eventually you'll get more time. Because of him. Pointing at my lawyer, you hired some shark to destroy me. My lawyer, ma'am, I suggest you speak with your own counsel. Wife, I don't need counsel. I need my daughter. You can't do this. My brother stepped between us. Time to go. As we walked away, I heard her screaming about how this wasn't over, how she'd appeal, how I'd regret this. Probably will regret some of it. The judge made it clear that when the divorce finalizes, assets will be split. I'll likely lose a chunk of my retirement. The house will probably have to be sold and profits split. I'll end up in a smaller place. That's just reality. But my daughter will be safe. She'll have stability. She'll have a parent who doesn't bring random people around her and call it comfort. Got home to my parents' house last night. My daughter was already asleep. My mom had made pot roast. My dad poured me a whiskey. Dad, proud of you, son. You did right by that little girl. Me, doesn't feel like winning. That's because it's not about winning. It's about doing what's right, even when it's hard. Mom, when do you move back to the house? Me, week after she moves out. Need to get it cleaned up first. She left it pretty bad. We'll help. My daughter has been asking when we're going home. I told her soon. She asked if Mommy would be there. I told her Mommy would have her own place, but we'd visit her on weekends. Like a sleepover? Exactly like that. Will Uncle Mike be there? My blood went cold. Why do you ask that, sweetie? Because Mommy said he's her special friend. Like how you're her special friend, but different. What else did Mommy say about Uncle Mike? That he makes her happy when she's sad, and that sometimes grown-ups need different special friends. I'm bringing this up to my lawyer today. My wife's been coaching our daughter during supervised visits, under my mom's nose, teaching her to accept this relationship as normal. My lawyer's response? Document it. Will request all visits be recorded going forward. This is what my life is now. Recording everything, documenting everything, treating my own wife like a hostile witness. The affair partner, Mike, he's been quiet publicly, but my wife's sister told me he's planning to propose. Apparently he thinks once the divorce is final, they can be a real family with my daughter. Over my dead body. Next court date is in 2 months for the actual divorce hearing. Property division, final custody arrangement, all of it. My lawyer says my wife might get more parenting time once she's stable and in her own place without Mike around. Wife's lawyer has already filed a motion to modify custody, claiming I'm being vindictive, that her outburst in court was due to emotional distress from me stealing her child. This is going to be a long process, but my daughter is safe. She's sleeping soundly in the next room. She drew me a picture today of our new house, my parents' place, with stick figures of me, her, grandma, and grandpa. No one else. That's what matters. Final update 3 months later, divorce finalized 2 weeks ago. Time to close this chapter with one last update for anyone following along. The last 3 months were grinding. My wife fought everything. Every custody proposal, every asset division, every single thing became a battle. Mike didn't propose. Turns out when he realized that being a family meant actually contributing to child support and dealing with an ex-husband in the picture, permanently, he bounced. My wife's sister called to tell me they broke up about 6 weeks ago. Sister-in-law, he told her she had too much baggage. Can you believe that? He helped create this mess, then just walked away. Me, not surprised. Affair partners usually don't stick around when reality hits. She's devastated. I think she finally realizes what she threw away. But here's the thing. That didn't change my wife's behavior in court. She still fought for primary custody, still argued I was the problem. Her lawyer kept pushing the narrative that I'd overreacted to one mistake. The final custody arrangement, joint legal custody. I have primary physical custody during the school year. My daughter lives with me, goes to her mom's every other weekend and 1 evening a week. Summer is split, alternating weeks. My wife was furious with the ruling, but the judge was clear. Until she demonstrates consistent stability, that's the arrangement. It can be modified in a year if circumstances change. Property division hurt. The house sold for $485K. After paying off the mortgage, we each got about $110. My retirement got split. She got 40% of what I'd accumulated during the marriage. That was $78 gone, just like that. She got her car, I kept mine. We split the furniture. She took everything from the living room and master bedroom. I didn't want any of it anyway. Too many memories. I ended up renting a 3-bedroom townhouse about 2 miles from my parents. Close enough for support, far enough to have our own space. My daughter got to pick out new furniture for her room. We made it an adventure. Let her choose colors, decorations, everything. Her room is now purple and covered in butterfly stickers. The financial hit was real. Between legal fees, $22 total, starting over with furniture and household stuff, and the split assets, I'm basically back to square one financially. But I have my daughter, I have stability, I have peace. My wife moved into a small 2-bedroom apartment across town. The supervised visits gradually became unsupervised after she completed court-ordered therapy and parenting classes. The therapist's report said she seemed to be processing her choices, but stopped short of saying she took real accountability. My daughter's been adjusting. Some days are harder than others. She asked me last month why mommy doesn't live with us anymore. I told her, sometimes grown-ups make choices that mean they can't be together, but that doesn't change how much we both love her. Daughter, did mommy stop loving you? Me? Mommy made some choices that hurt our family, but that's between mommy and daddy. What matters is we both love you very much. Daughter, more than Uncle Mike? Uncle Mike isn't part of our family, sweetie. He's not around anymore. Oh, okay. Can I have a snack? Kids process things differently. Her therapist, yes, she's in therapy too, says she's doing remarkably well considering everything. No signs of lasting trauma, just normal adjustment stuff. The first overnight at her mom's place was hard. I packed her bag, drove her over, and had to physically stop myself from listing out all the rules and concerns. My wife stood in the doorway looking nervous. I'll take good care of her. I know you will. Thank you for saying that. She's your daughter too. I'm not trying to keep you apart. I just needed to make sure she was safe. She's safe with me. Then we're good. It wasn't forgiveness. I don't know if I'll ever forgive what she did, but it was acceptance that this is our reality now. Co-parenting with someone who hurt me deeply, doing it anyway because our daughter deserves both parents. My wife tried to have a closure conversation with me about a month ago, asked if we could talk about what happened, really talk. I declined, told her I'd said everything I needed to say in court. that rehashing it wouldn't change anything. She cried, said she wanted me to understand her perspective. Me, your perspective is that you were lonely and found comfort in someone else while exposing our daughter to it. I understand it. I just don't excuse it. That's not fair. Maybe not, but it's where I'm at. Will you ever forgive me? I don't know, maybe someday, but right now I'm just focused on being a good dad. She didn't push it after that. Life's settling into a new normal. My daughter thrives on routine, so we've built a good one. School, dinner together, homework help, bedtime stories. On weekends, when she's with her mom, I've been reconnecting with friends I'd lost touch with. Started playing basketball again at the community center. Work's been good. My boss was understanding through all of this. I'm back to my normal schedule. Still busy, but I make sure I'm home for dinner every night my daughter's with me. That's non-negotiable now. Dated a bit, nothing serious. Not ready for that. Maybe won't be for a while. That's okay. My daughter asked me last week if I was sad that mommy didn't live with us. I told her sometimes I missed how things used to be, but that I was happy with how things are now. Me too. I like having 2 houses. I get 2 sets of toys. That's one way to look at it. And mommy's happier now. She smiles more. That hit me. My wife is happier apart from me. Maybe that's the real truth under everything. Maybe we'd been limping along for years and the affair was just the catalyst that forced us to face it. Doesn't excuse what she did. Doesn't excuse exposing our daughter to it. But maybe it explains it. I don't hate my wife. I don't love her either. She's just my daughter's mother, the person I co-parent with. We text about school schedules and doctor's appointments. We split holidays. We show up together for parent-teacher conferences and school plays. Last month was my daughter's school musical. She was a sunflower in the spring pageant. My wife and I sat 3 seats apart, both recording on our phones. When our daughter spotted us both there, her face lit up. After the show, we stood together for pictures. My parents were there too. My mom positioned us for a photo, me, my daughter, and my wife. I tensed up but did it. For my daughter. Later my daughter said, "That was fun. We were all together like a family." My wife and I exchanged a glance. Yeah, we were. Just not the kind of family we'd planned. But it's the family we have now. And it works. The final update, I guess, is this. Life goes on. You survive things you thought would destroy you. You rebuild. You adjust. You do it for the little person who didn't ask for any of this but deserves stability anyway. My daughter's doing great. I'm doing okay. My wife's doing her thing. We're all moving forward. Sometimes at night I think about that dinner. That moment when my 6-year-old innocently asked why mommy kissed Uncle Mike. How everything changed in an instant. Would I go back and change it? Make myself ignore it? Try to work through it? No. Because ignoring it wouldn't have changed what it was. My daughter was being exposed to an unhealthy situation. My marriage was already over. I just hadn't known it yet. Walking away that night was the right call. Everything that came after, the legal battles, the financial hit, the co-parenting struggles, it's all just the cost of doing right by my kid. Worth it. To anyone going through something similar, document everything. Get a good lawyer. Focus on your kids. Don't make it about revenge or winning. Make it about safety and stability. The rest works itself out eventually. My daughter just called from her mom's place, her weekend there, wanted to say goodnight. Told me she loves me. Said she can't wait to come home tomorrow and show me the art project she made. That's what matters. Everything else is just noise.